Now, our next story has affected me personally, and I'm sure so many of you out there. So if cancer has touched you or someone you love, you need to watch this next story.
Now, every year the lives of thousands of Australians and their families are touched by cancer. In 2017, it was estimated that over 134,000 new cases were diagnosed. That's an average of nearly 370 each day.
Yes, and for those of you who are living with cancer, it can be a incredibly challenging and fearful time. So how do we cope with that when we're facing the fear?
Joining us today to help us understand what it means to live with this disease is author and two-time cancer survivor Josie Thompson. Welcome back, Josie.
Hello.
Now, I can remember the moment my mum told me she had cancer, where I was, and becoming so overwhelmed with emotion myself, but thinking now back how she must have been feeling. How is that? Like, how do you deal with all of that new emotion?
Well, fear just takes hold of us so quickly and swiftly, and it doesn't affect just the cancer patient, it affects everybody who loves that person. It's paralysing, it's crippling, and it literally freezes your capacity to think straight.
So fear is that massive emotion. It's so hard for us to cope. How do you cope when you're faced with something like cancer?
It's not a one-size-fits-all. I think the easiest thing to think about is that fear is a thought, and we are choosing our thoughts. But when we're faced with something that we hadn't predicted, it throws us off guard. And therefore, we need to be able to just breathe, settle ourselves down, and realise that where we focus our attention actually grows. So where focus goes, energy flows. So if we're fearful and we focus on the fear, we're actually feeding that.
Yeah.
All right, we've got to go through some of these tips because they're absolutely priceless, Josie. I love this one. Reframe the fear that comes with the diagnosis. So fear is a thought, it's not a fact. Say that again. Fear is a thought, not a fact. So change your narrative, I think, with the words you said. And where energy flows... goes.
Where focus goes, energy flows.
Got it. So focus on what you want. And I think you said that nice one, become better, not bitter.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, terrific stuff. Great tips, and nice to have you back here on the sofa with us.
Thank you.
If you'd like to find out a little bit more information on that, some of those valuable tips that Josie mentioned, head to our website. We cover them off on thehouseofwellness.com.au.